Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheswaraya, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. In the subtle presence of Param Pujniya Swami Maharaj Ji and Param Pujniya Acharya Pravar Ji, today I have given the task to manifest a small knowledge related to yoga therapy in special reference to prana. प्राणों के संदर्भ में योग चिकित्सा. This is a very complex phenomenon in the nature. When we understand the concept of Sankhya Yoga, from the Sankhya Yoga it has been established the manifestation of life, the manifestation of Jiva, Panchaprana. It has been documented in various texts, various smritis. We call it Indian sciences or Indic sciences. Today, we will try to know the concept of prana and its relevance in the human therapy or the human values for their excellence, for the benefits of health, and at the all four personality of the level of personality, that is physical, mental, social, and spiritual. In a word that we can understand the prana, you have heard the word like prani, pranavidya, pranavayu. So what is this actually this prana is? This is the life force, the vitality, or we can say is the immense pressure, immense force which comes directly, that Smriti says, it comes from the sun, the God sun, or as we know, the Surya. The prana manifests it prana from the Surya, and it comes in the earth, and it has been distributed in the sentient and non-sentient being, the animate or non-animate being. It means that whatever you perceive through your perceptual knowledge is nothing but the manifestation of prana. Now we understand this prana, so we need to classify it. Do we have any classification about this vital energy or the life force? Yes, we have the two forms of this life force. One is called grosser life force or the grosser body. One is called subtle life force or the Sukshma Vidya. When we have the grosser Vidya, we call it the vector. It has been manifested into the presence of air. Like we inhale the oxygen, we call it pranavayu because it gives life, life to the people, life to the society, life to the plants, life to the creatures, life to the animals, life to any being which has the ability to walk, to talk, to sense, or to perceive. When we come to the subtle form of prana, which is called Sukshma Vidya or Avyakta Vidya, which has not been seen, that what has been said by the Kapila Muni, or we can say that the Atharva Veda describes in Prashna Upanishad, where Rishi Piplad says that when he has been asked about the what is the relevance of prana, what is the jiva, where do we come from? So Rishi Piplad, Maharshi Piplad, statistically and very gradientfully says that whatever you view in your senses is prana, is the life force, and you will leave this body, this materialistic body, and will submerge into prana. That has been said to be, for example, if I would like to take you into the city of Haridwar, you have heard about there are many places, like we have Harkipori, we have parts of Harkipori, we have a small market, we have Chandi Devi, we have Mansa Devi. So what is that? These are the different constants of the same city. Similarly, prana is one in our body, but depending upon their actions and their manifestations in the physical body or in the subtle body, we have different nomenclature. The lower prana, we call it apana, which helps in regulation of excretion, regulation of reproductive system, regulation of generation. Apart from that, apan, we have saman vayu or the saman prana, which helps in digestion or the secretions of digestive process, gallbladders, pancreas, beta cells of Langerhans, insulin productions. This is all carried about by the prana named samana. Then we have pranavayu, we call it prana itself. The name of the prana is prana itself. Don't get confused with the Prana Vidya and the Prana. So what it helps with the regulation of breath, regulation of prana, manifestation of gases exchange between the hemoglobin molecules. Then we have, upper chest of the body from the throat, we have Udan, which helps in thinking process, the mental ability. It regulates the hormonal regulation from the hypothalamus, which anterior pituitary lobe or the posterior pituitary lobe. You have gone through this all biology. What I would like to tell you, or what I have been achieved by our seniors, Param Pujanya Swamiji Maharaj has immensely said in his lecture that prana is one. In our body, the prana is one, and is also the same prana is manifested in our perceptual method. That is, if I say my prana and your prana is same, I am very true, correct to 100% of knowledge, because of Smriti says that, Indic studies says that, Indic sciences says that. So this is a common rationale between the prana of self and the prana which has been manifested in the outer world. Now we have to see how this prana can be regulated and what are the measures where this prana can be regulated. I would like to take you to the Australia in Virginia, state of Virginia. There is a lab which works on the pranic energy or the manifestation of this life force and the vitality. They have this group of 4 or 5 scientists, and they work in this. They work in this in the city of Melbourne. If you want to go there, you can just see. I've never been there. I've just read with the research paper and know their work. So if we say now how this prana can be regulated for our benefit, for our healthy benefit, I would like to relate this with our the lecture with Pro VC sir. Pro VC sir said that this whole body has the manifestation at the three level of personality, that is lower, mid and upper. So in the same way, this prana can be regulated to uplift our physiological process, our mental process, our social upliftment and the spiritual alignment with the help of this vitality. Now, is there any measures, or why do we need prana? So this prana can be uniform or non-uniform. If it is in uniform, if it is in uniformity through the nadis or in the establishment of our nadis or the channels, we are healthy. But if it is non-uniform, if there is any hindrances, any restrictions, obstructions, then it is a non-uniform and it leads to the disease. So I would just like to conclude with the management of this prana. We have come through all this Ashtanga Yoga process, Shat Karma, Asana, Pranayama, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. I'd just like to narrate a small, the relation between the Shat Karma. The Shat Karma helps the removal of obstruction in the nadis, and it also helps the removal of obstructions of any impure prana. And the asana helps in alignment of nadis. So you have heard about the people used to work on, if you go to any yoga lectures or in yoga series, they would just tell you about the asana, pranayama and dhyana. That is what needed for the pranayama. Establishment of prana, the uniformity of prana. So to get the healthy posture, to get the nadis into the, to health, what we need is that we need all these aspects. It is written in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it is written in Hatha Yoga Pratipika, it is written in Gyan Sahita, Shiv Sahita, all the text, all the Indic sciences text tells about this. It says that Tasmin Sati Swasa Praswasa Yogar Gati Vicheda Pranayama. What it leads to? It leads to Tata Kshete Prakasa Varnam. You have the Avran, you have the 5 sheath on the soul, and you have to, cut it, have to dilate these 5 sheath in to get to know the health or to get to the health. So this 5 sheath can be transcended by the use of Indic studies, Indic sciences, we call it yogic sciences, yoga prana. University of Patanjali is very eminent in these aspects. We have lot of courses, we have very expertise, tough guru, which can tell you about the science of prana, how can you regulate the prana in this materialistic world to get the life and a righteous path, may be ordained vital, sorrowless, blissful, great, bright, knowledgeable, divine power of Supreme God, and may Almighty illuminate our intellect to the righteous path. Dhiyo yona prachodaya. Thank you.